welcome. It's really a shame, like, kind of culture that we're like, I think maybe just like, oh, it's Hudson's not gonna be a construction worker. Like, but what's wrong with construction? It's another thing that gets it done that
Yeah.
people pay for. Like, why are we like deciding like things are smart and dumb professions? It's like I don't like that. It bothers me, and I get a little bit maybe you can call me rebellious or a little bit like want to be contrarian about stuff, but it's just like I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate being made to feel that there's one way and that we value things higher and that it distorts my way of assessing what matters to me.
Well, I think they put it all on how you dress, and because if they knew,
Yeah, good
it's like
point.
suit and tie, and nice shoes. Like you could be making $30,000 a year at a financial institute, making $30,000 a year. But if you're in a suit and tie, we as a culture say that you're successful. Whereas the Baltimore Gas and Electric guy that's sitting there sleeping in a truck out front of your house waiting for a power line to go out, he's probably making $80 an hour
Yeah.
sleeping in a truck waiting for a power line to go down. Like that guy's making cheese,
Yeah, I mean,
and he's got a very like risky job. Those linemen have risky jobs, but everybody's like, okay, well the business guy is like technically more successful, but nobody knows that. You know what I mean?
well,
If it
success
went on,
overall is subjective, but like, yeah, you're right. It's like if I wear, look, what I'm doing now, you know what kind of bothers me, I'll share is that I ran into my old neighbor, his kids we grew up with, and every time I've seen her, because she works at a winery or something that, basically we do same business with, and so she sees me and she's like, oh my god, like, I think her son also does finance, and that's where background I came from, and she's like, you're doing this now, like, yeah, it's just like she keeps like rephrasing. So you left the corporate world, huh? And I'm just like, yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not, and it bothers me because maybe this is me just being in my own head, but like, I think that there's probably some truth to this. She thinks that like I kind of just either couldn't handle the pressure of something like that and decided to almost like be a hippie and not give a fuck and just kind of live, choose more quality of life over may having means of working. Like, and, you know, she kind of talks to me as if I kind of just, I decided not to give in to corporate life. And it's like,
I hate those
yeah,
people.
I mean, and it's, you know what I'm
It's the
saying?
worst because they're not trying to be mean, but the underlying tone is like almost like that little
Yeah,
jab,
yeah,
and you're just like, you just want to be like, you like listen for a little bit, and you're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And before long, you're like, fucking lady, like, yeah,
yeah. I
I
mean,
did it,
like,
personal decision.
yeah, right. But it's also like, I'm sitting there like, I'm working. Like,
Yeah,
I'm have ambitions and goals and things I'm trying to accomplish and dreams
yeah,
and the fact that you're kind of talking to me in a way that seems like I'm almost like this baby who decided not to like do something that was just decided I couldn't either have. I don't know, it's just it's funny because one of the guys there, he's I've known for some time. He's like one of my cousin's oldest friends, and he's also an addict. He got clean like a little 2 months before me, so like
okay,
he's like older. He's like 42 or something. He's like a cool Parkville dude,
yeah,
and he's like he's just laughing as he's been to this place with me twice, and each time I run into her, and she's done the same type of thing.
yeah,
Hey, he's like, what the fuck is with this lady? Like, he's like, she's literally like, she's literally like, you made the worst mistake of your life.
yeah,
Like, and it's just the way she talks to you, and I'm
yeah,
like, yeah, I was like, I'm glad that that's not just me interpreting it, and like it's him too. Like he
yeah,
sensed that, and that's kind of validate a little bit of what I was picking up, and I don't. But then if I don't like it and then someone's like shit, then that means that there must be some level of insecurity that I have about what I'm doing that brings it out of me. But I guess it does anger me because I'm fighting for like what I'm doing. Like the decisions I've made,
yeah,
they weren't. They're hard. You know what I mean? Like this is. I'm not like on easy street now. I mean, I have I'm trying so hard to like create something myself, and especially in a place where I'm like starting from scratch and I have all these years of experience that aren't relevant to the field that I'm currently working in. That
Yeah.
presents a certain type of opportunity for me. So it's just like, um, it's just like it pisses me off because like what I'm doing actually has been really hard. Like honestly, it was easy to stay in the corporate life. I knew how to apply ambition. I knew a game to play. I knew a
Yeah.
ladder to climb. I knew
Yeah.
where to go next. I knew how to
Get
basically
there.
get there,
Yeah.
and I was gonna get paid to do that.
The thing about corporate world and anything like that, the playbook is there.
And
You know what I mean?
and that's something that you should acknowledge is a nice thing. I mean, it's
Hard work, a little bit of a little bit of
well, I mean,
ambition, being positive at the workplace goes a long
long
way.
way.
But I mean, what you're doing now, there's really no playbook
Playbook.
because you can try and end up on your butt. You know what I mean? Like you can
Yeah.
and no fault of your own, it just may not work out.
Right.
You know what I mean? So there's really no like secret to success. You put yourself in the best place and you try to give yourself the best chance. But if it fucks up and you end up on your ass, you just got to start all over again. And in the world that you're living in now is like that's kind of where you're at.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think what you're doing is fucking awesome. Me, because I think you're taking what I look at for what you did is like I thought you were at like a 5. You know what I mean? Like in your you were at like a 5. You were going to be at a 6 and then a 7. And you'd eventually get to a 10 and you'd have to wait 10, 15 years to get to that 11. You know what I mean? And you'd slowly climb. But I think you went from like a 5 to like a 1. But I think you'll get to 5 in like a year. And I think your potential is to get way higher doing what you're
To
doing
get like
now.
to be like a 20 and
Yeah,
6.
yeah, exactly. And
exactly.
and I think that the climb is faster, and I think that you'll if that's the career field you want to be in is hospitality and kind of the restaurant business, then I think that kudos to you, man. I mean that's a big boy decision. I mean, even at 30, that's a big boy decision.
Yeah, I mean, like
Roll that dice.
I mean, I kind of just rolled with it and had faith that this was kind of my gut. I mean, it wasn't
Yeah.
like I thought about it enough that I could think about it, but it really, I just was like, you know what, like. I don't want. I
Yeah.
think that fed into a little bit of my. And to be honest with you, as fucking tough as things are, and they kind of are somewhat tough right now, because I'm like, you know, whatever. But like, it's better. You know,
Yeah.
life is better than something. Honestly, with all these things, it's like a lot of good things have happened since I've done this. It's like I need to remember that. I mean, yeah, being clean, having a lifestyle that's in line with being sober and kind of making my own decisions about things like that is good. But like I'm learning. I have a different sense of pride. I'm like healthier physically. I'm, like if in a new kind of like adult kind of healthy relationship, and it's like I don't but I'm also being so myself in it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I'm not pretending hard. Like I'm like just there, man. Like it's me. I mean, it's me.
You're not playing the character of
I'm not.
a finance man. You're
I can't. I got nothing. Like literally, they're like I met. It's crazy because it's like, and what gives me a little bit of faith is like, even like like with the woman that I'm seeing, it's like she met me and I'm literally I'm a little young, I'm younger than her, but like I'm literally this guy that's running a snowball stand. You know what I mean? And she's like a grown ass woman with like kids, like she's like wants like a man,
Yeah.
or she's gonna have like, and she's like, and she needs me, and she's like literally like we're just gonna definitely only be fucking around. And that's how I looked at her, because I'm like, I'm running a snowball, like I'm doing these things, like I'm not trying, but like, but I think the faith that I have in that I hate to hit the mic, but the faith that I have in that decision and the why that I'm doing that were the means, the ends of which I'm trying to get through that, and like,
Yeah.
I think I've kind of just had nothing but really just faith in You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And with some rationale. But my point is like,
Listen,
like at least like somebody that is, like is with me is like sees sees that too,
yeah.
and it's like, oh, maybe I'm not crazy, right? Because like you wouldn't like.
Here's the thing, bud. You, for the decision that you made, right? Leave it all, roll the dice, go to a whole different occupation, start from the bottom, build yourself up, completely pretty much erase everything that you've learned over the last like 6 years and start pretty much as if you're 18 years old coming out of high school in the restaurant business.
Basically that.
Yeah.
I mean, I have certain experiences and temperament and experience. I mean, I'm my emotional intelligence is high. Like, I mean, I have a lot of good sales and communication experience. Like, but go on. I'm sorry. Yeah, I get it.
But I think that decision had to come from faith in yourself at the very core. You know what I'm saying? Like when you did it, maybe impulsive, maybe kind of.
There was probably some impulsiveness to it.
But definitely like to continue down that road, you're gonna. It's tremendous like self gut, like straight like I gotta do it. Like I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, and the longer that it goes, I'm like, man, I really got to do it. And it's like, and you're kind of just feel this a different type of accountability to yourself, and that I just didn't totally feel before. Now, like, and I was talking to my cousin about it one time, and or I talk all the time, but like, but he is like, you're working for you now. Like while you're working for the business and this like, but like you're making decisions for you, like to get to where you want to go. So it's like it's a little bit different. Like so, like you're living differently in that sense, and it's like yeah. I mean, like to be honest with you, that's part of like what I'm even sitting in this chair for. Like honestly, even tonight, and I mean, I did not sleep well last night, if at all. I mean, and I know we're gonna wrap things up here shortly for both of us, to be honest with you. But like, but my point is that even like today, I was like, I called you because I was like, we need to do it, and and I'm working all night. This is honestly the thing I wanted to do was go home or go to the girl's house and chill. Like, and I was like, you know what, this is something that we're doing, you know what I mean? And it takes the late night thing. I mean, this is not our fucking. I mean, we've had some good conversation. I actually like what we're doing now, but like, like, I don't know. It's just it kind of ties into like I need to do this. Something I'm doing. Like, dude, if we're trying to get somewhere, we don't get it to by doing it when we only want to. Like, we have to do it because we said we're. You know what I mean? Like, it requires the session where it's like this doesn't really work for me. Like, well. It's the only time, and it's got to get done. You know what I'm saying? We got to be here. So if it's 11, so I was trying to suggest that to like, look, if it's gonna be 11:30 at night, dude, I'll fucking come after work in 9 hours.
Listen,
I got to work again tomorrow, and I'm like, all right, let's go.
If it's important, you have to make time for it, even when you don't want to. Even when you showed up at 11:25. I was in my bed.
I was skeptical when you didn't respond yet. I was like, this motherfucker probably is like.
I was in my bed till 11:15, and I woke up. I washed my face off, threw on a jacket, and I was like, "Let's roll."
Yeah,
like it's go time. So I'm listen. Anything that needs to get done, I may sleep up to the minute that it needs to get done, but I get it done. Like you got to get it done.